over working in Uganda illegally. These include Indians, Chinese and Pakistani nationals. Abdul Nasir Lukomwa and Lydia Chomkama, UBC News.
Over 1,000 patients in Nakaseke district have benefited free treatment in the medical camp by Direct Aid Uganda and Nakaseke Woman Member of Parliament Sarah Najuma. The patients were treated, checked and given medicine for communicable and non-communicable diseases such as pressure, malaria, cough, among others at Katoke Wachato in Nakaseke district.
Communities living at Katoke in Wachato sub-county in Nakaseke district have commended the Nakaseke Woman Member of Parliament Najuma for the free medical camp. Over 1,000 patients received free medical check-up and treatment for communicable and non-communicable diseases.
Sala kampu jalese eno. Wana abantu n'olabanga bangi nnyo. Kiri nti abantu baali balwala dda nenga teri ayamba.
Alusanyiga, amagulu gano gannuma, sobola kutambula.
Abagenda ne batugamba oluusi nti baleese eddagala. Ogenda okuyisayo ennaku nga bbiri nga tekyali ddagala.
Nakaseke District Woman Member of Parliament Sarah Najuma brought the medical camp closer, targeting the underprivileged in the rural areas who travel long distances seeking medical treatment in government hospitals. Najuma appealed to Ministry of Health to distribute mosquito nets to communities living in rural areas.
Abamu babukwata ne babulundiamu obukoko obuto. Abamu babukwata ne babunogeramu emmwanyi. Kyovula bolusi n'emisujja mingi nosanga abantu nga baweebwa obutimba bw'ensi naye nga tebakola ki? Tebabusulamu. Nkowola abantu baffe okwongera okukozesa obutimba bw'ensiri babukozese bulungi ate n'ennyongera okusaba gavumenti eyongere okugaba obutimba bw'ensiri.
The official from Direct Aid Uganda in Luwero District, Kenneth Wakini, says the organization constructs boreholes for rural communities to access clean, safe water.
We are to support the government program so that our people can be encouraged to live a happy life in support of the government of Uganda.
Adra Agricultural College in Madiokolo district has unveiled modern ICT facility to promote research and digitization of agricultural studies. During the commissioning of the facility, Martin Stange, an agricultural expert at GIZ Uganda, urged people in West Nile to utilize agricultural institutions that improve knowledge on crop production. Adra Agricultural College is collaborating with Muni University Faculty of Agriculture to train farmers and students.
West Nilers and Uganda at large have been advised to take advantage of agricultural institutions to improve knowledge on crop production as land keeps losing fertility due to population pressure. This was during the commissioning of ICT facility at Adra Agriculture College that included a high-class hostel by Martin Stange, an agriculture expert at GIZ. Established by Franciscan Brothers, Adra Agriculture College has been offering certificate courses and later on in 2018 collaborated with Muni University Faculty of Agriculture, where Adra hosts students from Muni for practical. Brother Charles Lagu is the principal of Adra Agriculture College, as Alex Abacha is a lecturer of crop science at Muni University.
Facility is to host the students who are studying here, but also to host the researchers, as well as our own trainers who have to all the time build their abilities by researching and be able to come up with the solutions that can address issues of, for example, armyworm.
And in Muni University, it is the Faculty of Agriculture that will take lead in working with Adra.
Martin Stange, who represented German ambassador to Uganda, emphasized that land has continued to be smaller to fit ever-increasing population that he said can only be well utilized by modern innovations in agriculture through ICT.
I will tell you, with this growing population, with the influx of refugees from both countries, from South Sudan, even Congo now, even more coming, the soil is getting scarce. We cannot multiply the soil. And there are very simple things you can do. And these things, they are not automatically found in the villages. But when we have a short course here.
Upper Madiokolo County Member of Parliament Isaac Etuka identified lack of internet network as one of the challenges that the ICT facility will face.
And we shall push the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance to see how they can support such a big project.
The ICT facility was constructed with the funding from Sign of Hope and other donors. Head of programs at Sign of Hope, Damiano Malscalzoni, tasked empowered members of the community and students from such institutions to be proactive in transferring their knowledge on ground.
After empowering the local community and the students, they have also to be proactive, they have also to be generative and duplicate this program in other communities.
Joseph Hodamam, UBC News.
Herdsmen have turned Hoima District Headquarter grounds into a grazing area, an issue that has raised concern among residents about the trend which threatens the operations of the district staff. On a daily basis, several herdsmen flock the district headquarters, which is seated on a 10-acre piece of land in Kasingo Cell, Hoima West Division, to graze animals.
The area is now filled with cow dung and covered with foul stench, yet the backside of the building is bushy. Residents now suspect that the district leaders could have hired the area to the herdsmen. Godfrey Tumwesje, a herdsman who was found grazing more than 20 cows at the district headquarters, says that he has spent 7 months grazing cows in the area. He adds that he was compelled to graze in the area after he found other herdsmen freely grazing in the compound of the district headquarters. And Junior Kamgisha, another herdsman who was found grazing at the district headquarters, says that they were attracted by the fresh pasture. Hoima District Council Speaker Swaibu Nyangavyachi maintains that the act is illegal.
For the case of the cattle grazing around the district premises, I want to say that that one is uncalled for, and I think the administration has to come up to see how they can manage the environment of Hoima district local government. This is illegal, an illegal activity taking place. They are not our cattle, they are not our animals, but what I want to say that they are animals for the nearby people.
Adding that the matter will be handled soon to ensure that the herdsmen are stopped to graze from the district compound.
Vimba! Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
We can't tolerate sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment is unacceptable in our school.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Enjoy more GBs for the same price on Airtel. Shareable using 2 Gabonais. We have increased GBs across all your favorite packs. Now, 4 GB is at 10,000 shillings and 10.5 GB at 22,500 shillings, all valid for a week. For the heavy data users, enjoy 24 GB at 50,000 shillings and 50 GB at 100,000 shillings, all valid for a month. Dial *175# or use the My Airtel app to buy these and more affordable weekly and monthly data bundles on Airtel, the smartphone network.
The tourism sector that is now in business is registering a steady influx of tourists from across the globe. However, Lilia Jarova, the Chief Executive Officer of the Uganda Tourism Board, says that most of the tourists who are coming in are those who had booked for safari in 2020. This therefore means that the sector players are yet to get significant revenue that can get their business back on track.
Uganda's tourism industry is on a revival path. This follows the full reopening of the economy after close to 2.5 years of full and partial lockdown.
There's a lot of interest, from within the country, but also internationally, on what the tourism sector has to offer. And with the numbers improving, we are very hopeful for more investment, both from government in the infrastructure, but also private sector. We are looking at some public-private sector partnership in some of the big developments, investment that we require.
According to Ajarova, the disruption brought the entire tourism sector operations to halt. She argues that restarting the sector and getting back into the growth trajectory requires significant resources, especially to the struggling private sector players.
We need to improve on the infrastructure, the accommodation facilities. We need a range of them, because we need to cater for the different segment of the market. We need investment in technology that will drive the digital aspect of tourism. We need to train the human resource. We need to keep up to the standards.
Although the country is recording a monthly increase of foreign tourists, the numbers unfortunately does not translate to revenue improvement for sector players. The Tourism Board says most of the tour and travel companies are reimbursing their clients who had made safari bookings for 2020. The Uganda Tourism Board is currently running a campaign dubbed Explore Uganda Pearl of Africa campaign. The drive is an invitation to tourists, both domestic, regional and international, to rediscover the magnificence of the Pearl. Marion Awori and Dennis Sigoa, UBC News.
The Director General of the National Agricultural Research Organization, Dr. Ambrose Agona, says that NARO has capacity to support institutions involved in food production to enable the country raise enough food to feed the population. This comes amidst increasing threats of hunger in the country.
In Karamoja alone, at least 200 people are feared dead, while thousands are threatened, along with several animals succumbing to the drought conditions. A fortnight ago, President Museveni instructed all institutions with vast land including the Uganda Prison Service and others to embark on large-scale food production with the support from the Ministry of Agriculture to curtail the growing threat of hunger. The Director General for NARO, Dr. Ambrose Agona, says NARO is ready to support large-scale food production, including offering part of the vast land under its different regional research institutions to produce enough food for the country.
So we're also looking at how best NARO can enter into the forest to produce a seed. We have our national semi-arid resource institute based at Serere that are doing actually a lot on the development of different types of sunflower, which include hybrids with high oil content, even up to 50%. So this is an area where I think is quite important. We are going to look into that.
The project that endeavors to accelerate the production of improved varieties of the two key crops that are critical in the semi-arid regions is driven on the premises of addressing food and nutritional security for the consumers. Millet and sorghum are the most consumed food crops in the semi-arid areas due to their increasing resistance to droughts and pests. Dr. Simon Babagambi, a crop scientist and focal person for the project at USAID, challenged the breeders to involve all the key sector players in the project at all levels of value chain, right to the industrialists who will consume the product in bulk.
How do we go out there and start forecasting? We planted these amounts of crop, or we have this amount of seed. How much has germinated? How much is being affected, and what do we anticipate? Especially now in the hunger-prone areas, which we know. So if you're looking at these hunger-prone areas and then you're comparing them with where there is abundance of food, then we should be starting looking at how do we improve our distribution efficiency and capacities.
He called on the farmers to carry out the rightful practice to maintain the standards of production. The project principal investigator, Dr. Scovia Adikin, noted that the project will address hunger issues in Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania, especially in the semi-arid regions of the three countries. She says emphasis was put much on addressing nutritional content in the crops like zinc, iron and calcium that has been lacking in many children below 5 years, leading to early death.
Because at the end of it all, our expectation is to have these varieties released to the community, whereby they can be able to use it for the different specific needs, especially industrial use as we move into the agro-industrialization.
The research also centered on profiling the different crops varieties, like those needed for commercial purposes, for example brewing, while others are meant for domestic consumption. With increasing scarcity of wheat, sorghum and millet are viewed as appropriate substitutes in bakery services as well. Sandra Kahonde, Vincent Wamondo, UBC News.
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Oh, see. You say I was just trying to get the documents to register for Airtel Money.
You don't need the documents. You just say to register.
What's going on here? He sells things from the shop, and behind my back, he gets the money and gives it to his girlfriends.
But just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet and only you, the owner, have access to it.
Just dial *185 *10 hash, and now you are on. No waiting. Huh? This insanity is sweet. Give them also.
I only take Airtel Money Pay. It's easy and secure.
Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today. Easy.
Not mixing your business money with your Kameza money. No, that's efficient.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello? Hello?
This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Hey, Kasozi, my brother. Long time. We last met when we were at campus. It's been a while, but you are the person I'm looking for.
Campus? Really?
Hey, you don't remember me?
Okay, so how can I help you?
I'm stuck in Gulu making millions and I need to urgently send money to my sick mother. But I can't find any mobile money agent near me. I've sent the money to your phone, as you can see the message. It might take a few minutes to come through, but I urgently need you to send the money to my mother. Let me send you her number and you send it to her chap.
My friend, I'm afraid your mom is going to die.
What?
Because I don't know you, I never went to campus, and I'm also in Gulu. So can we meet at CPS, we talk about it? Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tofera, refrain from unnecessary engagements with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Vimba! Ni MTN Kabode Super as you pay mpola for this smartphone. Make calls, update your WhatsApp status, watch YouTube, and Google anything under the sun with 2 GB worth of data every month for 7 months. Simply make a small deposit of 99k and pay the balance mpola. You can pay in daily, weekly, or even monthly installments while you enjoy your new phone. So what are you doing today? Visit any MTN shop near you and get the MTN Kabode Super easy.
The Corporate Games Season 2022-2023 is here. Don't miss lots of fun and networking. 12 sports disciplines and over 2,000 participants with over 40 corporate companies in one place. This happens every first Sunday of every month. For more information, contact info@corporategamesug.com or visit our website www.corporategamesug.com, or you can call us on 0700-339-048 or 0785-642-953. Don't miss on Sunday, 7th August of 2022 at Chambogo University. The Corporate Games, inspiring corporates through sports.
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Oh, see. You say I was just trying to get the documents to register for Airtel Money.
You don't need the documents. You just say to register.
He sells things from the shop, and behind my back, he gets the money and gives it to his girlfriends.
But just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet and only you, the owner, have access to it.
Just dial *185 *10 hash and now you are on. No waiting. This insanity is sweet. Give them also.
I only take Airtel Money Pay. It's easy and secure.
Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today. Easy.
No mixing your business money with your Kameza money. Now, that's efficient.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
As action at the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games enters match day 4, many Uganda teams are having a rest day but ahead of a tight program. John Band sent me in Birmingham and he has all this here.
After 3 days of constant action at the Birmingham Commonwealth Games, several Uganda teams have got a rest day. Notable among these is the netball Cranes team that returns to action on Tuesday against England. In a game, Coach Fred Mugerwa promises to be astute.
When we came to this tournament, we wanted at least to go through to the semi-final and maybe to the finals. But I think that is another hiccup that we got when we played against New Zealand, a team that we had expected and wanted to beat very much. But unfortunately, we couldn't do it. And I think that some of the few errors that we did, but I think we rectified yesterday some of the mistakes, and I hope that by tomorrow when we are facing England, we shall have at least improved on those mistakes, and we are going to, in fact, we're going to give them a very good challenge tomorrow.
The Cranes have played 2-1-1 against Trinidad and Tobago and are optimistic ahead of the England game that they promise to give their whole.
Well, it's going to be loud and most of the support is going to be England, but since from our first game against New Zealand there was a lot of crowd, and I think like we're out of that stage whereby we are afraid of the crowd. I think the message to the girls just to be strong and to deliver the best of their game, and it's going to be 7-on-7, so nobody's going to be alone. We're going to keep the chat up as a team and just make sure we're doing our best.
The table tennis girls are also looking forward to the next round of games with hope that better fortune prevails in the singles and doubles.
I promise Ugandans that we are going to do our level best in the singles and the doubles.
Table tennis coach Jude Mutete says lessons from the team event will prosper the team in the individual category.
Actually, in the team events, the doubles were not so bad compared to the way we played in the single matches in team events. So I think in doubles, there's going to be a very good touch.
The England are best Ugandan fans that have made Birmingham a spectacle will hope that boxer Joshua Tukamuhewa enters the medal brackets as the athletics team searches for more gold medals.
Nze nkugambye quarter finals ngambuzaayo mungende ku medal bracket. Nfiirawo ne coach ekyanjulira nfiirawo boy brother.
Thus far, the rugby Cranes have improved from last time out's 12th to 10th, while a weightlifter Davis Nyoita is already out of the 55 category. John Barnes Sentamo reporting.
With best wishes to Team Uganda in Birmingham, we come to the end of all we had for you tonight. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa with the whole team here and UBC TV Newsroom. We thank you so much for watching and wish you the best of the night. Molen Kenyana will seal it with the weather forecast report.
Now, a series of rain-bearing clouds continue to affect the country's weather today, and we could be looking at a similar system even for the next couple of days. That includes tomorrow, but we shall see that in our forecast, which will come in just a moment. First, let's take a look at our 24-hour report. Now, my name is Molen Kenyana. A very warm welcome to tonight's weather report. Now, from last night into the early hours of today morning, we had Kavala reporting a total of 9.2 millimeters of rainfall. We had Arua also reporting 8.9, and Soroti was reporting 4.1 0.3 millimeters of rainfall. Now, from our satellite analysis, like I mentioned earlier, we still have those rain-bearing clouds, and most of those are covering much of the country. They're widespread, which is why we saw rains today across most areas, including eastern Uganda, as well as parts of the west and the Lake Victoria Basin. Now, looking into the forecast for tomorrow, Tuesday brings with it rains that will be across most areas within the country. Most of that will be accompanied by thunder showers. We'll see sun intervals, though, that will be across southwestern Uganda. And later in the afternoon, we start to see a clearing trend that will be across the northwestern part of the country, parts of central northern Uganda, but we'll continue with those rains across most areas within the country. According to our daytime highs, we're seeing generally a cooler day, much cooler than what we're dealing with today. We'll have a maximum of 27 that will be across the Karamoja region. Now, Kampala and Jinja will be at 25. Same weather is expected across the northwestern. We shall see 25 still across Arua. Much cooler than that for Kabale Highlands. We'll have temperatures going up to 19 degrees centigrade. Well, some of the cities that we have for you across the world, we're forecasting a rainy day across Nairobi. Temperatures will be at 20, quite a cold day over there. And also sunny intervals are forecast for New York as well as London. Still hot weather for New York. We'll see temperatures going up to 32 degrees centigrade. And a sunny day is forecast. That will be across Dubai with temperatures going up to 41. Also a very hot day for Dubai out there. Well, that is it we have for you from the Weather Center. My name is Molen Kinyina. I want to wish you a good night.
Enjoy more GBs for the same price on Airtel. Shareable using to Gabonais. We have increased GBs across all your favorite packs. Now, 4 GB is at 10,000 shillings and 10.5 GB at 22,500 shillings, all valid for a week. For the heavy data users, enjoy 24 GB at 50,000 shillings and 50 GB at 100,000